in this question, we're being given two equations and we're being asked about the intersection. And even if we weren't asked about the intersection specifically, if you're given two equations and you're being asked about the solution in any way, that is an intersection. You're being asked, where do these two functions hit each other? For intersections, you get them both in the y equals, which they already are here, and you set them equal. So 3x squared plus x plus 1 equals negative 5x minus a. So now we've set them equal, and we're in a quadratic situation because we've got x squared and x. And for quadratics, what you want to do is you want to get one side equal to 0 with x squared being positive. So we'll add 5x and we'll add a. So plus 5x and plus a. So putting that all together, it'll be 3x squared plus 6x plus a plus 1 equals 0. And now we want to notice that they're telling us this happens at exactly 1 point. In other words, there's only one solution. And when you're talking about the number of solutions for a quadratic, that's the idea of the discriminant. The discriminant is part of the quadratic formula, which you definitely want to know by heart. And we'll just put some numbers in here that don't have to do with this question, just to demonstrate what happens with the discriminant. So the discriminant is the b squared minus 4ac, and here we have it positive, 0, and negative. So if the discriminant is a positive number, we would be adding and taking away, so we'd be getting two solutions. If the discriminant is 0, we would just have 0 there, and there's one solution, it's 2/3. And if the discriminant is a negative number, we're not allowed to have a negative under a radical, so that's no solutions. So when they tell us this is happening at exactly 1 point, they're telling us that there's one solution, and they're telling us that b squared minus 4ac equals 0. So let's go ahead and start that. B squared minus 4ac equals 0. Now our a is the 3 in front of the x squared, our b is the 6 in front of the x, and our c is the a plus 1, that whole part at the end. There's some overlap between the letters, but we won't let that confuse us. These are positions, so they don't relate the same way. But basically, if we do b squared minus 4ac equals 0, that's like saying 6 squared minus 4 times 3 times a plus 1 equals 0. Just calculate that out. 6 squared is 36 minus 12, a plus 1 equals 0. 36 minus 12a minus 12 equals 0. So we distributed the minus 12. 36 minus 12 is 24 minus 12a equals 0. 24 equals 12a, and divide by 12 on both sides. A equals 2. So now we know that a equals 2. So this one here would be y equals negative 5x minus 2. And we're still dealing with an intersection. And like we said before, for intersections, you get them in the y equals, and you set them equal. So if we want to find out where they actually intersect, we'll go ahead and say that negative 5x minus 2 equals 3x squared plus x plus 1. Now this is a quadratic, and we want to get everything on one side equal to 0. So I'm going to add 5x and add 2. So 0 equals 3x squared plus 6x plus 3. Notice that this has a factor of 3. We can divide the entire thing by 3. X squared plus 2x plus 1. And what two numbers add to 2 and multiply to 1? Well, that would be 1 and 1. So this actually factors to x plus 1, which is more often called x plus 1 squared. And you can solve that square by taking the square root, and you get 0 equals x plus 1. Take away 1 from both sides, and x equals negative 1. And that is answer choice A for this question.